Hey everybody, welcome back to Minecraft FNaF. In this video, we're going to be building the outside, as you can see in my lovely hotbar here. And I also discovered that you can wear the spring Bonnie suit. And yes, it made me taller. In first person, I'm still as tall as I normally am. But now, I'm like 2.5 blocks tall, instead of 2. And as you can probably see since the last video, I added some decorations, because I found decorations. Also added some party hats. I added a cake. I don't know if I did that on camera or not. But I found the Foxy Cove cooler from Help Wanted. I found some cardboard cutouts. I found some more and I was gonna put them outside, but I never got to it. I suppose I can place these down just really fast. Oh, you're so rude. You're so mean, Freddy. The only question is where to put them. I don't want to put them somewhere, like, in the way. We'll put Freddy right there. Oh my god, this is a hassle. Okay. Bonnie, we'll put near the bathrooms. Why? I don't know. And Chica, obviously, we shall put right here. Serving non-existent food. Okay. Now, back to the outside. It's my stupid barrier blocks. As you could probably see, I did most of it already. Most. I wanted to do the roof specifically with you guys. And also just to save me some headache, because these walls were annoying. Having to measure out all the dimensions, was not fun. And you might have noticed that whole thing. That wasn't there before. The walls weren't even, and I had to make them even, and it was just not a fun time. It's just not fun. But most of these blocks, as you can probably see, came from add-ons like these blocks. Not these blocks, but these. The Baddington wall. But I actually ended up using normal prismarine bricks for the blue stripe that the FNaF community has just agreed belongs on the outside exterior. It's late. I'm tired, but had to record this. Just get it over with. I don't know what I'm gonna do for Minecraft after this is done. So if you have any suggestions, please feel free to tell me. I love this game with all my heart, and I would be more than happy to play more of it with you guys. Whether it's building, or just survival, or something else. I have a few add-ons that I could do a review type thing for, if that's what you guys are interested in. But like I said in the description of my last video, I probably won't build FNaF 2, just due to me building FNaF 1 not doing so hot. It's really the only reason, otherwise I would do it. It'd be a whole lot more headache, but it'd probably be fun. I don't know. I'm not exactly the person you come to for these things. I just do what the people want, and then what the people want, they don't watch, so I'm left a little confused. Maybe I could convince Wild or Freddy, or Freddy's voice actor, to play Minecraft with me. Play just Minecraft Survival World. Maybe. Maybe. It's in the cards. He has Minecraft. He can play Minecraft. I think Wild is working on getting Minecraft. Maybe he isn't. I don't know. But that could be something I could do. Minecraft survival with my friends. Maybe bring Lily along for some things. I don't know. I'm just talking. Literally just talking. As my final video of building this thing. It's been fun building it, honestly. Had to put some of my building skills to use. Not just for building off reference pictures, which I do have a few, and those did give me ideas, but just building in general, working around problems I ran into. Like this. I had to make this, specifically 3 blocks, to match the door frame and keep everything symmetrical. I say symmetrical, it's not really symmetrical, but who can tell? Alright, who can tell? Just to ease my anger. Not anger. I'm not angry. I'm one of the most chillest people you'll ever meet when I'm tired like this. But as I was saying, it's been fun building this. And putting some of my building skills to use. When I ran into issues like the windows, for example. The windows not fitting the way I thought they would. Had to work around that. Also making the kitchen counter thing. I didn't have to put that, but I did because this is a pizzeria, right? You're supposed to move. It's a pizzeria, right? You're supposed to be able to go up to a counter, order things. There was no menu, so I couldn't place down a menu, but so I had to work around that. And also just the general mapping of the area. It's also something I had to figure out in Minecraft measurements, which wasn't bad, just had to keep it, like, I don't know what the word is, just comfortable, I guess, while somehow staying true to how FNaF usually is. And I don't think there's a canon outside pizzeria, but the fandom has just agreed that this is the general idea. Just brick pillars, walls, obviously walls, lights on the outside, and yeah. I've run out of things to say, and my voice hurts. I should stop talking, but I'm not going to, because just pure building without commentary is boring. I watch my own videos sometimes. I know that's, like, super egotistical or whatever, but I do. I like it for some reason. I don't know, it's just kind of nice, I guess. I don't know. At this point, I'm rambling. Rambly the Raccoon. I'm excited for Indigo Park Chapter 2. I mean, I won't be able to play it, because I don't have a PC. So. And I don't have the money to spend. So that's kind of out of the cards, but I'm excited for it. I'm glad that YouTubers are making mascot horror games to what am I saying? To make up for the mess that mascot horror has become. Like Joyville. It wasn't a bad game per se, but I definitely think it could have been better from a viewer's perspective, obviously. I've heard mixed things about Chapter 5. I haven't played it. I did buy it. I haven't played it. I probably won't. Again, from a viewer perspective. Markiplier hated it, and all of his points were valid. Very valid points. But, Fusion Z Gamer, I don't think he hated it. I think he liked it. But he thought that it was the end, and so did I, honestly. I thought it was the last chapter. I don't know where we all heard that, but that's what I thought. That's what Mr. Z Gamer thought. I don't know. I'm kind of upset that they brought the doctor back, in all honesty. Why aren't you placing? You're making this take way longer than it has to. I don't know why they brought the doctor back. Why did he have to be back? I don't know. I do like the prototype design. I don't like that they keep adding new characters, like the Wrong Side Outimals and Giblet. I mean, for Chapter 2, it's understandable. For Chapter 3, yeah, I guess. Play carrots, smiling critters, all that. Then we get into Chapter 4, which they didn't really add anyone new, except, a few useful boogie bots, the mini kissies, and Doughy, obviously. But Chapter 5, they added so many. Like, Lily Love Braids, fine. I don't mind that they added her. But the Wrong Side Outimals, what's the point? We haven't seen them up to this point, and obviously it's because they're making it up as they go. But I was thinking about this earlier today, and I was thinking that they should include, like, an evil Brawn, and we did see Brawn, but he was getting eaten by the Wrong Side Outimals, and he wasn't exactly alive. I guess he was eating also. But my point still stands. Turning toys wrong side out. Fine. Okay. Giblet, Chompkins, I think was his name. Okay, fine. But they're one-offs. Again, we didn't see them, like, at all before this point, and I understand why. Because obviously, what's the word I'm looking for? Because obviously they didn't know what they were going to be adding. I don't like that. So I was thinking we should have a candy cat, or a cat bee. Maybe even a Daisy or another Bunzo, more mini Huggies, really just anything. Besides just new characters every chapter. Garten of Banban is doing that also. And we don't need to talk about Garten of Banban. Ugh. How do I want to do this roof? So I've gotten to this point. I could low-key get away with that, and I'm going to get away with that. But yeah, we don't need to talk about Garten of Banban. That disaster. Speaking of Garten of Banban, I do think that the Euphoric Brothers care about the series that they're making, but I don't think they care enough to make it good. Like, you know what I'm saying? The games have improved. They have. But they're still bad. I mean, obviously, people like them. I know, Mr. Z Gamer himself likes them, and that's fine. You can like the games. I don't mind that. But they're just not very good. And I know a lot of people agree with me on that front, but they're just not. They have gotten better. And I feel like the gameplay has gotten better. Obviously, again, from a viewer perspective, because I'm not going to buy the games. The day I buy the games is the day I shoot myself in the head with a shotgun. I played Chapter 1 on Roblox a while ago, but that's besides the point. I think they care. They just don't care enough to make actual good games. But they're getting better. I don't know. I'm just building, making conversation with myself. Because I know very few people watch these videos, so... even fewer people watch it to the end. So you very few people, I'm grateful to you. But yeah, back to adding new characters every chapter. I don't like that they do it. I feel like that's pretty obvious at this point. But I don't like it. They don't need to do that. And yet they do. It's just, what do you aim to achieve? Like, I mean, obviously I'm not a... I'm not a game developer, and I can barely make a game in Scratch, so don't come to me for game development advice. But I feel like you just don't have to, you know? You don't have to include new characters every chapter. I'm glad that Huggy came back. I'm glad that he wasn't dead, but I kind of like to see more of the Nightmare Critters. We only saw them for one chapter, actually, and that was chapter 4. What if they start turning the critters into wrong side animals? Well, not directly, obviously, but turning them inside out, wrong side out. What if they do that? I'm sure people wouldn't mind that because it's not new characters. And again, everything that Markiplier said about the chapter was completely valid. After watching other people play it for a little bit, he's completely valid in his complaints. But still, I guess. I don't know. Just seems like they're kind of letting their series go. And the FNaF problem, it's not really a problem per se, but it is an issue. And that issue being that, well, I think Steelwall is losing interest in FNaF. I don't know, it kind of feels like Blumhouse has more care for the series, and it's not even their main thing. Steelwool is the main creator of FNaF games now. And this topic was actually brought up to me, not directly, but indirectly, technically, by another YouTuber. Can't remember his name for the life of me. But he went on a small rant about this stuff, and honestly, after watching for a little bit, he's absolutely correct about everything that he said. If I can remember the channel name, I can link it in the description. If I remember. If I can. Trying to figure out which way I want to go about this. I basically said the FNaF games are kind of falling off. Not in general, kind of in general, but specifically Secret of the Mimic VR. I saw only Z play that, but he ran into some bad bugs. And I know other people have played it. I haven't watched them, but I hear that a lot of people are having bugs with it. And I obviously don't have it. I don't have a PS5, so I can't get it. But didn't release done, and that seems kind of concerning. Because it was already delayed heavily. And they had practically radio silence the entire time they were making it, and they didn't even release it fully done. And that's an issue in its own right. About not finishing your game before it releases and all that stuff. I don't know. It's a lot about what Tom said over on Game Theory. That mascot horror is kind of dying. But it's also being revived by YouTubers. With Rocket Music and Don't Fret, Unique Geese and Indigo Park. I know there's others. Those are just the few I know off the top of my head. And they're obviously reviving the... not franchise. What's the word I'm trying to find here? I don't know, but they're obviously reviving the genre. That's what it was. They're obviously reviving the genre. the original mascot horror games are kind of dying again. I mean, I don't personally know about Bendy with that new game coming out. But FNaF, Poppy Playtime... I don't even want to consider Garten of Banban, because that was always a mess. But... I don't know. Mascot horror is just in a rough place right now. Just in a very, very rough place. Do I like this? Kind of. Kind of just working as I go. This is as far as my planning went. I'm being completely transparent with you guys. Okay, what if we do this? Just create, like, a ring. I actually like that, because it still includes the pillars. Yeah, I like that. No, not that. Actually, yes, that. I can just have it go up just a little bit. Have it raise in elevation. Just slightly. Because the reference picture I'm looking at is it's actually from a Roblox FNaF Tycoon game. They have it like slanted up. Yeah, they have it slanted up. And it looks good. So let's see if I can replicate that. Okay, let's slab. Get it up one more. I hate when slabs do that. Blocks look so ugly, and I don't need to. Okay, building that there. I actually like that. It doesn't need to slant... What am I saying? Slant up anymore? Any more than, this. So this is good. Okay, I like this. I'm liking this. Okay, I'm doing good. See? Another example of putting my building skills to good use when it comes to making the roof. And just the entire outside, because, again, I have nothing to go off of, besides random images I find and Roblox Tycoons. Oh, don't even get me started on the Roblox drama. Oh, don't even get me started on that. Oh, I genuinely don't want to play Roblox anymore. I just don't. I know a lot of people have already quit, but a lot of my channel is on Roblox, with FNaF Co-op, Animatronic Nights, obviously, and the Psychological Experiment, which another, which was it? I think it was a Psychological Experiment. No, it was A Broken Dream. Yeah, Chapter 2 came out. I've been wanting to play that. Chapter 1 was fun. It was just overly long. I don't think it was actually long. I was just a little lost. But still. Not gonna do that. Chapter 4 of the Psychological Experiment should be coming out July? This month? Either this month, June, or July. which this month is June in case anyone forgot. Looking forward to that. Definitely gonna do that because level 3 on my channel has been blowing up a little bit as of recently, so clearly it's gotten some people's attention, so I might as well keep doing it. A Broken Dream was fun. Probably do chapter 2 of that. Maybe. Maybe. Genuinely maybe. How the hell did I do this? Okay, so slabs. That much is obvious. Stairs? No. Blocks. Then stairs. Yes. Okay. Crap. God damn it. I hate when slabs do that. I hate it so much. It's the most annoying thing known to mankind. And obviously after I'm done building this whole thing, I'll give you guys a tour, like I said, and then I'll have to find something else to do for Minecraft. Which is fine, or I could just leave it blank. Put random like I did for Mondays. Maybe I could put like help on it or something. I did buy the full Resident Evil games. I could do that, but they didn't do well, and they also get age restricted, so that doesn't do wonders for my channel. There's a couple asymmetrical FNaF games on Roblox I've been wanting to try, like Knights of Eternity. I've never actually played it, but I've seen, like, in the game I've spectated and seen how it plays. But that was a while ago. I know there's been some massive updates for that. Also, continue FNaF co-op with the squad, with the friends of mine. I could go back to playing real shitty horror games on Roblox. I don't want to do that. I genuinely don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. Genuinely don't want to do that. I see what I did. I see what I did. See how late it is? Well, you can't, because I pre-record stuff, obviously. But it's so late that I'm literally forgetting what I'm doing as I'm doing it. I do that normally, but it's extra bad. My voice hurts so much. I need to shut the fuck up. I do. But then it's just gonna be me building, and me just building is boring. And I know that, but I don't know what to do. I need to rest my voice. It's so sore. I've been talking so much this week. Between recording FNaF co-op, recording the tower defense game with that guy. I found his channel, by the way. You guys probably saw that. That video replaced, Ruin this week, as I knew it would, because Ruin's gonna be a bitch. Chapter 7's gonna be a bitch. Bonnie Bull. Be a real fat bitch. But, it's still FNaF themed. I mean, it's Five Nights Tower Defense, so it's still technically FNaF. I didn't technically lie. It just falls under the category of Roblox as well. Stupid piece of crap. No. I'm actually gonna go get a drink of water. I will be right back. It'll be a millisecond for you guys. Okay, I've returned, and I got my water. You can probably already hear it in my voice. I sound a lot better. So, I seriously need to stop talking. It's only gonna make my voice worse. I guess I'm just kind of sad that I won't be building anymore. I'll still be building, just not FNaF locations. That's not really true either, but I won't be building them on camera. I won't have the journey with you guys. I might build FNaF 2 on my off time, just to build, because it'd probably be fun, given everything. But, I don't know. It is like 10 times bigger. I don't want to play Roblox anymore. I just don't. Every update, the game just gets worse. And I want to stop playing, I do, but like I said earlier in the video, most of my channel is on Roblox, especially with Animatronic Nights. That's probably why my channel's been dying, ever so slowly, because Roblox is going in the deep end. Got this shit. And people obviously don't want to support Roblox, so they don't watch Roblox videos, and that's fine. But the creators, like Creekcraft, even had to get a whole new channel where he does more adult stuff, because Roblox just ain't cutting it anymore. It's supposed to be adding dating, I heard. That's fun. Like, people don't do that already. I think I joined Roblox, like, I think, like 2019, 2020, 21, probably 2020, it says on my Roblox account. But things were just so much better back then. Like, without the age checks, without Roblox Select or Roblox Kids, Roblox Daycare. Without the schlep situation, without all of that. And I agree with Creek in saying, Creekcraft, that saying that Roblox's hands were tied about the age checks, but they didn't have to add all this other stuff. I heard somewhere, also from Creekcraft, that somewhere in the world you're gonna have to start verifying your age just to download games on the App Store? No. Just no. I get it's for supposedly child safety or whatever the hell. That's just gonna make people pissy. I obviously did the Roblox age check because, well, I had fans in lobbies with me when I played Animatronic Nights. And obviously they'd probably be in different age groups than me, so that's not helping my case, but I'd rather talk to some people than no people, right? So it was that whole thing. But it's not like it really matters. It's just, it's a stupid situation regarding everything. Does this look good? I mean, I know I just spent all that time doing that, but does that look good? It kinda does. And I've had it in my inventory and I didn't use it, so. The fuck was that? Stairs? You wanna explain yourselves? You wanna explain yourselves? Stairs? The fuck? You know what? I like it. It's a different color. Is that just prismarine? God damn it. Fuck my life. That's why you test things beforehand, people. Coming from the not professional builder I am. Building this completely from my imagination. I still have yet to put the lights on. Look. But test all your options before you solidify one thing, because the other option might look better. The alternative, I should say. Really thinking about it now, FNaF is going downhill. I mean, Secret of the Mimic itself, it was fine. Again, from a viewer's perspective. It was fine, there wasn't much wrong with it. I don't think it was really scary. But, I don't know. And obviously, the VR port. Crap. Obviously, the VR port is struggling. But Security Breach, that was just a disaster. Everyone knows it. And sure, they still fixed it, but there's still... I'm pretty sure there's still game-breaking bugs in Security Breach to this day. I am hopeful that we will receive a Security Breach remake, but I heavily doubt that's going to happen. Heavily doubt that's going to happen. But, maybe. I was just randomly thinking about what Security Breach could be. If it was still like a free roam horror game, but also themed around FNaF 1, if that makes any sense. Like, obviously there's been theories and mods of what Security Breach could have been, and they're all great ideas. They're certainly better than whatever the hell we got. Fractured story. But just a game. I don't know. Like, I had a few, like, spitball ideas. Like, it's still free roam, but it's like the free roam FNaF games. I can't think of a specific one right now, but you either have the chance of staying in the office or free roaming. FNaF Co-op is a good example of that. You can either stay in the office or you can go explore. It'll get you killed, but you can still do it. And my idea for a Security Breach remake type game, whatever the hell you want to call it, is that. So, the idea, right, since I've been talking about it for the last minute, 2 minutes, I don't know. So the idea is you're a security guard. You're not Gregory. You're a security guard working the actual, genuine night shift, as Vanessa's doing. I think she's doing in the game, I don't know. But Glamrock Freddy's still there. He's still helpful. But there's tasks you have to do, so you can't stay in the office the entire time, which is a thing I know a lot of free roam FNaF games run into. I know it's a problem that they all run into. So you can do tasks, or you can send Freddy to do those tasks. But the more you send him out, the more he loses battery or gets corrupted because the other Glamrocks are corrupted because of glitch trap or what have you, okay? So you have to use Freddy sparingly about where you send him or what you do. And that's about as far as the idea goes. In different ways to fend off the animatronics. You could do like, what is it called? A Fredor on some occasions. Or maybe if the longer you don't ask Freddy to do your tasks, Among Us. The longer you don't have Freddy do your tasks, the more he'll recharge or something. I don't know. It's not a fully fleshed idea, but it's an idea. An idea I could never turn real, because again, I don't game develop. I can barely make a game from scratch. Can you move? Oh my god. Move. Thank you. Yeah, it's... Oh my god. It's not a fully developed idea. It's a fractured idea, at best. But it's an idea. Yeah, different ways to fend off the animatronics. Like Roxy, you'd have to stroke her ego. Chica, you'd have to give her pizza or something. Monty, I don't know, you give him something to punch. But on occasion, you'd have not a day shift, but just during the day, you'd be working or something, but not a day shift again. And you'd find out, like, all the mysteries about it, or something like that. I don't know. I'm tired, man. Just an idea. What Security Breach could have been. And as the nights go on, you start having to use Freddy less and less to spare more power so he doesn't get corrupted or something. I don't know. Maybe Monty, you could give him something to break. No, I had an idea. A random idea. So you have the Phaser Blaster, or a Phaser Blaster, and you zap the animatronics, or at least Chica and Roxy, because Monty has the sunglasses. So you use that, but the camera, if there's too many of them, you can use the camera to get rid of all of them. Except Monty, again. But in doing that, that would also stun Freddy. So he'd be out of commission for maybe an hour, couple minutes, I don't know. But he'd also be out of commission, so you'd have to use that flashlight very sparingly. And the Phaser Blaster would also recharge and everything. Maybe you could find, like, a battery over on the cameras and send Freddy to go get that battery, or go get it yourself if he's about to kill you or something. So obviously there'd be cameras, and they'd have to be useful. Obviously you'd have to be on the cameras for something, because a lot of FNaF fan games run into that issue as well. So you have cameras, but you never actually use them. You have an entire office that you never end up using either, so... I don't know, just parts of a game that may exist at some point, but probably won't. These ideas shall just live in my head. These random-ass ideas that I think about over the course of a day, over the course of 24 hours. I don't know. Or maybe you could be Gregory surviving 5 nights in Security Breach. Or maybe when you go out to explore when Freddy's recharging or something. Ooh, that could also be a thing. He recharges. That's how he gets battery back. And the more time he's exposed... Maybe it could be like a duel thing, but you, as I was saying, you could be Gregory surviving 5 nights in the pizza place. Blah. On my throat. But yeah, but as you go out to complete the tasks that are actually needed to progress the night, because things, you actually discover things about the Pizzaplex, like the sinkhole, Bonnie, Burn Trap, Vanessa's secret plan or something. Something along those lines. I don't know, just random thoughts. Random ideas for a Security Breach remake game that might exist at one point, probably won't. I'm actually making a FNaF Minecraft series, in the process of making it, still very early in development, but maybe I could incorporate that somehow and turn it into a role-play instead of just a game. I don't know. Voice actor for Freddy actually gave me the idea, got me into it. It will happen. It'll probably just be a few years. So all the things needed to make that. But that's what I meant earlier about building FNaF things, just not on camera. Like, building sets for all that. So I already have a map, but it has experimental stuff on, and someone else made it. I don't want to use their thing. But it has experimental, like, settings on it, so things that I change in it could be lost, and I don't want to risk that. There we go. Okay, and that is the entire thing done. Oops. Alright. That is Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Now, as promised, the Grand Tour. Oh yeah, I forgot those don't open. There we go. You walk in. Ignore the barriers. We don't allow strangers here, okay? Okay, so you walk in. And as soon as you walk in, you have a Freddy cutout. Very, very tall Freddy cutout. You come over to the bathrooms, you have Bonnie. You have Bonnie greeting you in the bathroom. Don't ask why, he just does that. You have women's and men's. You continue down this left side, you'll find Chica, the kitchen, and our spare golden Fredbear things. And you also find multiple cardboard cutouts of Chica. Down these hallways, you'll find the office. Not much to say about that. Not much to say about that. The offices. Down this hallway, you'll actually find the storage closet. And in between those two hallways, you'll find the prize counter, complete with all your favorite plushies, with different generations, and the such. Over here to the right, you'll find Foxy. He's currently out of order, as his cutout says right there. But he still performs, so that's good. In the middle of the entire dining room, you'll see, obviously, the tables, the chairs, party hats, parties. Throughout the entire place, you'll find arcade machines for maximum playing. Over here, you have this stage with the main three, with an extra Freddy cardboard cutout. You have Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy. Main star show himself. Very good friend of mine, very good friend of mine. And in here, you'll find parts and service. Parts and service backstage, where we have the older generation models in here. They're completely deactivated, and you'll find spare endo, all the spare heads, and yeah, that is everything. Well, that has been FNaF 1, or building FNaF 1 in Minecraft with several add-ons. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been a blast to record and very fun to make. And I hope you enjoyed, even though very few people actually watch this crap. I might make FNaF 2. If you guys want to see me make FNaF 2, let me know. I will make FNaF 2. And rest assured that series about Security Breach is coming. It'll just be a few years. Alright, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys!